So this is currently where I'm at. I mean, like, I'm literally driving down this road. I'm on the 101, somewhere in southeast Oregon. I don't think I'm that far from the California border, but like, around literally every corner is just an amazing vista. This is by far the nicest one I've seen. It's absolutely just breathtaking. It's so beautiful. I mean, I hope the camera's doing it justice. I really do, because it is absolutely astounding. This is why I came to this part of the country. This is why I wanted to do this road trip, to see things like this. Unbelievable. That's good. That's really good. After getting back to Seattle from camping on Orcas Island, I set off on the first leg of my Pacific Coast road trip. I'll be traveling south from Seattle to Monterey, California, but my first stop will be Portland, Oregon. After a few days in Portland, I continue southbound with a quick stopover for the night in Coos Bay, Oregon, before finally finishing this leg of the trip with some camping in Redwoods National Forest, California. If you missed my first video about Seattle and Orcas Island, feel free to check it out with the link below. Alright guys, so just grabbing some breakfast now. We just stopped on the side of the road. We're in the Fremont neighborhood. It's kind of like a low-key neighborhood. It's pretty decent to kind of walk around. There's a lot of food options, but we just stopped at this like taco place on the side of the road, so we're just gonna grab some breakfast tacos and then kind of, you know, keep exploring. I just pulled over at a grocery store just to grab some water, fill up the gas tank. I haven't really figured out how to actually set this camera up so I can record while I'm driving. So I'm gonna try and figure that out so I can get at least some scenes, especially when I get out of Portland, because when I'm coming out of Portland, I'm gonna be going pretty much off the interstates onto the US 101 and take that all the way down from Northern Oregon down to Monterey. I'm pretty excited to actually see, you know, the whole drive down through Oregon, Northern California. It should be pretty spectacular. Long but pretty beautiful drive. I'm gonna head back on the highway now. Some shots for you guys coming into Portland. I'm gonna do my best. Like, everything is closed down. This is the second time I've been to Portland. I was here 3 years ago. It's like 9 o'clock and the whole downtown is completely shut down. By city ordinance, every single establishment that sells food or drinks has to be completely shut down by 10 p.m. People are essentially kicking customers out by 9 p.m. so they can start the closing process. So I got here at like 7 p.m., checked into my hotel, got some food, and then tried to do like a little bit of walking around. Like, nothing is open. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like tomorrow during the day. It'll be really hit or miss as to like what is open, what is not. I'll be here for the next 2 days or so before I head to the coast and start my drive down to Monterey. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so currently walking from my hotel to the light rail station. This is the following morning from the video that I recorded last night. So this is the first full day in Portland. It's currently raining, which is why I'm recording on a cell phone right now. So I'm just gonna take the light rail downtown, and I'm not really sure where it goes. I think it just goes right to the city center, and it's like a half a mile walk from my hotel to the light rail station. So I'm staying out by the airport, which is kind of not ideal, but I have a car and parking it downtown costs a lot of money. Out here, the hotels I can park for free, they all have parking lots, so nature of the beast, I guess, if you will. So hopefully I can actually pull out my real camera and record downtown if the rain stops. I mean, I think my lens would be fine, but the camera body itself is definitely not waterproof, so we'll see. Alright, so just hopped onto the streetcar, or light rail they have here. This is actually the second one that I've taken. I had to get off and stopped at a farmer's market and grab some food, but this is kind of what they look like. They're just completely empty. So I mean, there's legitimately no one on these cars, and it's like Tuesday at noon. Okay, so I've been walking around for a while. I've tried to go to a couple different places, but everywhere is closed. Every brewery or brew pub that I've tried to go to is closed for COVID. So I'm now just kind of walking down Division Street. I was here last night and there were a couple places that were open, so I'm gonna head up the street and see if I can find anywhere that is currently open to grab a drink and some food. I just found this Thai place. It's actually coincidentally like just down the street from Pok Pok, but it's kind of difficult right now because like literally nothing is open. But this place actually looks pretty good. I've been to 10 Barrel Brewing in the past. I'm gonna check that out and see if that's still open. So this is just pad kee mao with fried tofu. Hand sanitizer, pretty essential. The guy was like, do you want it like mild, like medium, like hot? And I was like, yeah, hot. And he's like, really? Because that's pretty hot. But looks pretty awesome. Ooh. These things are notorious. These things are so spicy. And they're like everywhere. It's really good. So this place is called Kati, Portland, and I just kind of found it just by like walking around. I'm gonna head downtown. I think more places are open downtown. Than they are in the neighborhoods, which is kind of where I've been walking around. Most places are still boarded up from the riots. Finish up here, head downtown. In the meantime, this is awesome. So one of the things that I love so much about Portland, Oregon are the neighborhoods. So this is, I think I'm in Ladd's Addition right now is what it's called, which is right off of Hawthorne Boulevard. I mean, they're gorgeous. And along those lines is the breweries. Almost every neighborhood in this city has a local brewery. And you really wouldn't know it unless you lived here and you knew about it, or if you were just walking around and you kind of just stumbled upon it. A lot of these places don't ship their beer anywhere. You can only get it on tap. And it's really, I think, what makes Portland unique. I mean, other brewing cities in the country, Denver, Austin, for example, they brew a lot of beer. And it's really good beer. But it's not even close to the number of breweries that you find per capita in Portland, Oregon. The one brewery that I really wanted to go to, unfortunately, is closed. I'm still gonna try and find some good spots. Guys, finally made it to 10 Brewing. It took a while. So I'm in the Pearl District at the moment, which is a neighborhood that's downtown on the other side of the river. This is one of their double IPAs. It's called the Pearl. It's one of the many beers they have on draft right now. This is absolutely fantastic. I've been to this brewery before. Obviously, much different vibe now, where social distancing is very much in effect, and there's really not that many people here. But probably like 5 or 6 in the afternoon. Most places are shut down entirely by 9 p.m. So I might just hang out here and go back to the hotel for the night and kick it there. So that's that for now. So I spent the day here today walking around. It's very different from Washington and Seattle in particular. It's different in the response to COVID, in the sense that in Washington and Seattle, almost everything is open, right? Like bars, restaurants, coffee shops, like all the ferries are running. Everything's open, but with restrictions. Masks are mandatory pretty much everywhere you go. Social distancing is very much in effect, and people in Seattle and Washington in particular are very adherent to that, and they're very good about maintaining their social distance. Oregon has been a bit of a change in the sense that a lot of people here are not wearing masks. And granted, I've not seen all of Oregon yet. I've just seen Portland, and I'm not going to see Eastern Oregon at all. Portland, many people are not wearing masks, and although bars, restaurants, and the like can open, a lot of places have chosen not to reopen. And the feeling is very different. In Seattle, it felt like it was very much almost like COVID was definitely present but controlled, and here it feels a little bit less so. I'm gonna head out tomorrow morning towards the coast and start my drive to Monterey, but it's just been a very interesting dichotomy so far between Seattle and Washington State in particular, Portland. And I'm very curious to see how California is handling their outbreak. These 3 states in particular, Washington, Oregon, and California, have unfortunately seen strong coronavirus outbreaks, and so it's kind of interesting to see how each one is handling their respective outbreaks. I was a little bit surprised that Seattle was in general open, but Portland was kind of what I expected, to be quite honest, for most of my trips. I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. I'm gonna head out of here mid-morning or so. We'll see, and get on the road. All right, good morning, guys. Just in the car here, heading west to Pacific City. That's where I'm going to pick up the 101. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to the coast. So that's where I'm going to start. It's, like I said, it's pretty much straight west of Portland, a little bit south and west. And then I'm just going to grab the 101 and start driving south. So kind of a rainy day, chilly day here in Portland. So yeah, let's get on the road. Alright guys, so just pulled over. I'm like 3.5 hours down the Oregon coast from Portland, and so this is kind of what I'm seeing right now. This is called Boiler Bay, and this is just all absolutely gorgeous, but check this out. All shut down. The entire actual scenic viewpoint out that way is all shut down for COVID. So this is kind of what we got. It's an absolutely gorgeous view though. So as you can tell, it's currently raining. I think if it were sunny, we'd be able to see like way further out along the coastline, but still a beautiful view. Up a lot. The rain stopped a while ago, and this is kind of what it's been like. A little overcast, but generally like sunny. Stunning views of Oregon coastline, southern Oregon coastline. I'm just south of Newport, Oregon at the moment. I don't know, I've been driving for a while. I'm gonna probably try and make it to the California-Oregon border tonight, if I can. I'm not 100% sure if I'll get there. I'm not really sure how far I am from it either, because I have no cell phone reception, and I haven't had some for a while. In the meantime, I'm just kind of taking in these views and just enjoying the drive. I'm currently in Coos Bay, Oregon, and I stopped at this very random casino hotel that I found here, and this is the view they gave me, overlooking Coos Bay. It's pretty sweet. It was definitely the most expensive hotel in the area, that's for sure. But just based on the quality of some of the other hotels in the region, I chose to just spend a little bit extra money, not a lot. For a cool little town, I might go out and explore it tonight. I'm not sure. If it's anything like Portland, it'll be shutting down pretty soon because it's already close to 9 p.m. here. I'm only about 3.5 hours, maybe 3 hours from Redwood National Forest, which is where I'm probably gonna camp tomorrow night. Which is kind of weird because I drove like 6 hours today, then I'm only going to drive 3 tomorrow, and then it'll be like another 7 from Redwood to Monterey. But I really wanted to spend the night in Redwood National Forest, so I'm going to try and get a campsite there. I think I have to book online, so I'll catch up with you guys in the morning when I hit the road. Right, see ya. So getting on the road here, I'm leaving Coos Bay, Oregon, heading down to the Redwoods. I did a bunch of research last night trying to find you know, like information about camping in the Redwoods and stuff, and yeah, so it's, fun fact, it's all reservation only, and it's 4th of July weekend, so guess how many campsites are available? Zero. Which is fine. You can do some backcountry camping, and I'm just gonna kind of get down there and see what it's like, and see if I can just kind of hike into the woods a little bit, set up a tent, but we'll see. I'm just gonna kind of get down there and kind of scope it out and see what's going on. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit when I get a little bit closer to Redwoods. Truck. I just pulled over in, I think it's called Brookings, Oregon. I'm just stopping here to grab lunch. I'm at like a little bistro outside. I think I'm about 20 miles or so from the California border. But yeah, awesome view so far. The weather is absolutely gorgeous, as you can probably tell just from looking. And yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here, grab some lunch, and get back on the road. So, wow, there's a lot of street noise. I hope you can hear this. So these are pork belly sliders from this like little place called Black Trumpet Bistro. They're amazing. They're like absolutely phenomenal. It's like fried pork belly, some kind of aioli, salad greens, lettuce, tomato. It's incredible. This is pasta salad, which also you would be like, oh, pasta salad, like, that's probably okay. It's amazing. Another 30 minutes or so. And I should be in California. I literally got the last campsite available in Jedediah State Park, which is a part of the entire Redwoods National Park system. So like I'm literally camping right now, like surrounded by giant redwoods. That one in particular behind me is a behemoth. This is kind of like glamping a little bit, car camping. I'm not really doing any backwoods camping. There's a trail near here, one of the hiking trails in the park, that I'm gonna do tomorrow, so I kind of wanted to stay in this area. It's just a lot easier to do a little bit of car camping tonight and then hit that trail up in the morning. So right now, time to set up the tent. So, this is camp for the night. I really don't think any pictures I take or any videos I take are going to do the beauty of this place justice. I've wanted to see the redwoods for literally my whole life. And actually being here and camping like within them, next to them, is absolutely stunning. I can try my best to show you this tree back here, but this thing's got to be like 2,000 years old or something. I mean, like, it's 300 feet high, it's probably 30 feet across. So again, I don't, you know, I hope you can appreciate how big that tree is, but I don't think you can, honestly, unless you're just kind of standing here and taking it in. No real plans other than, as you can see, I'm hardcore car camping right now. But yeah, no real plans. I'm just gonna be here for the night. Tomorrow I'm gonna, there's one or two hiking trails that I want to do. I'm not really sure which one I'm gonna do yet. And then after that, I'm just gonna keep heading south towards Monterey. So otherwise, I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Take care.